Hi friends, welcome back to Tiny Tuesdays. I know we've kind of set this little series aside for a little while, and with good reason. Um, it was the end of the year, and I needed a break. I was trying to get other things recorded, and it's taken a little bit longer to get started up again, mainly because I had some personal issues that I needed to deal with, one of which was a surgery. So I am healthy, I am well, everything is great now. And so I'm ready to try to get back into somewhat of gear here. I am going to try to get back to doing some Tiny Tuesday builds and some of the other stuff that we had been working on before. Um, I do have a scenario coming up later this week, and it'll take several days to get through that one. So it's a multi part Let's Play, little mini one. And we're going to kind of look into a little bit of the realm of magic and the witchcraft stuff. Um, so I won't spoil anything else for you, but that's there. It's coming up here very shortly. And what we got here is, as you can see, we've got the new kit that just came out with the castle kit, and it is really a beautiful thing. However, one of my biggest complaints is that I can't get the windows to just snap in and line up. You have to manually place them. And sometimes when you go to try to manually place them, after, like you see, I'm fiddling around here trying to decide on wall size. Now that I've done that, I'm not able to get my windows to free place any longer. So I just sort of give up. I just toss that idea out the window legitimately, and I tried to stream over to something else. And originally, that space there was supposed to be this huge bank of windows, and I toyed with the idea of making that into a great spot for a front door. I end up not placing the front door there, um, just mainly because it wasn't a good placement. The indoor outdoor doors here, just nothing seems right. So I end up opting for more of a boho cottagecore sort of feel to this house. So you'll see those things. Storybrooke was one of the big things that I kind of went for. However, there's not many just plain painted walls for those particular types of core decor. So I opted instead to kind of do my own thing where those were concerned. And yeah, just sort of went off script there. So at this point, we're getting into trying to figure out where we want to use the rest of our tiles. We have just a few left, and I end up just going with a couple of rooms here at first because I wanted to have a really big living room. Then I thought, no, I always test with 3 sims, so I like to do a 3 sim, a house that can at least hold 3 sims. And in this particular case, I end up I still mess around a little bit, but I knew I wanted this spot here for the kitchen. This little bump out where the counters are going right now has the glass ceiling, so it really looks very lovely and has a lot of fresh light coming in. And I eventually put a bank of windows on that wall. So you have this lovely light-filled kitchen, and if you're playing in with first-person mode or anything like that, and you look out those windows, your view is going to be of the world of Tartosa. And that particular world is absolutely gorgeous. If for some reason you don't place this on the what's it, the Picaluca, is that what it's called? Yeah, something like that. Um, but if you choose not to place it in this particular world, that's perfectly fine. Um, I just highly recommend something that has a really great view, especially for that kitchen, because it really needs it. So if you happen to have Solani, that would be a beautiful place to put this. To me, Solani, um, the My Wedding Stories, and oh, I can't think of what the other pack is. The one with the Hispanic world where you do all the ancient diggings and stuff. That particular world is absolutely amazing, and they all work very well together. It's just a healthy feel. A lot of the stuff that you look at have a very similar vibe, and they feed together very well to me. So strongly recommend. Back onto the layout here, we have some fiddle fartle going on, and yes, I said fiddle fartle. Um, with the floor plan, this is where we have 3 tiny bedrooms and 1 tiny bathroom. We do have a small living space and a very open foyer, so there is some space in here to really get some stuff accomplished. Now, I do things out of order for this build, and I did it that way on purpose because I was trying to figure out how I can get as much stuff in here as possible, what room would work best, and for which particular thing I was trying to get accomplished. Um, in this particular case, I decided that it would be best to have, again, a space for a toddler, a child slash teen, and then a parent's bedroom. And everything does work. It's laid out where there is room to move to be able to get through everywhere, and everything does work. So you shouldn't have any issues. So the test play did go through all right. And also, I think the overall cost of this particular build was like 21,000 simoleons, maybe a little bit, just slightly a bit more. And yeah, I did not limit packs here as far as trying to just keep it to certain items. That just didn't happen. Mainly because I really wanted to use that particular kit, the castle kit, because I wanted to do a tiny castle. And I think I'm just going to have to wait for another simmer to come up with that one. I just couldn't seem to make it happen. And I also, you'll notice there is a turret on this particular build. I wanted so bad to use a round room, but round rooms are so buggy, and I just couldn't do it. I could not make myself do it. So we have a little octagonal shaped thing happening back there. At this point, we're just looking for some colors and some stones, and I was hunting down for this particular stone. I like the one with the moss on it for this. It just seems like that would be something you would just find in some place like Tartosa. You know, just to me, it's absolutely beautiful. So I really wanted something like that here. Now, the bad thing for me is when I go to place the actual windows. So far I have only placed windows at the kitchen, and I go around afterwards and place some more windows around. The reason why I waited was because I wasn't exactly sure what windows I wanted to use, and I wasn't sure really what style I wanted to really go with here. I ended up going with a combination of some base game windows, the ones that have I think they're base game. They have the rounded edge on them, and I loved those. And I really like the ones, obviously, from the farm pack. I can't think of the names of things right now. I'm clearly not working with the script. And this is the mega window thing that I decide that I want to use. And I use this window quite a lot. I will eventually go inside and realize how high those windows are and adjust them down. So no worries there. But I am going to finish up placing some more windows around. So we do have light in reasonable locations. And here's the point where I'm realizing that there is no actual wallpaper that's appropriate for the type of build that I have chosen to do. And I'm having to go a little off script so that I can build up the particular colors. And I love the flower wallpaper. I really kind of wanted to go with that, but my grump is that this molding here does not match with that floral paper. So there is no assembling and having those two things come together and make absolutely any sense whatsoever. So we're gonna finish adding up our lovely paints and such around the house here, and we're gonna get some flooring. I think I just use a base game flooring, and I do at this point go through and put in some doors so you have access to everything, so it's not quite so blank. And yes, I realize I've used a crazy amount of different patterns of wallpapers and everything else, but I really am enjoying. I love this paper that I used in the foyer. I wish I could find more locations to actually use it. It's probably one of my favorites. And here's the point where I'm going through and just making sure that everything is lining up properly, that it doesn't look too out of whack. And there's our flooring. And we're gonna fiddle faddle with some flooring for the kitchen and the bathroom here. Again, just using some base game stuff. There we go. Now, because I was trying to stay within a budget, I did not spend a lot on a lot of clutter items. Plus, this is a rather small home, so tossing out a lot of stuff right now is just not a good idea. And finishing off the roofing here. I'm telling you, there were some things I literally did not do everything all at once like I normally do. And again, that was really more because I just wanted to try to get into that particular pack or kit. And because I was trying to stay under a particular budget, that upper turret, there's nothing leading up there. There's nothing up there at all. So I just left it empty and did not bother putting on any kind of windows or anything like that. So now I'm into finishing up the decor within the rooms. This first bedroom, I knew that what I needed was a desk with a computer on it. Sims always kind of seem to always need a computer, so I went ahead and did that. And he also gets a dress, or she, whoever has this room, has a dresser. And I will get some curtains up here, but we'll get that in here in just a few moments. And then we move on to the toddler's room. And in this little room, I'm trying to figure out how I can get as much stuff as I can into this room, because toddlers always seem to need everything. Not my favorite bookcase, and I do change that out for the other one. And I do sort of come in through here. We got our little potty going on because we do have to potty train our babies. Well, we don't have to, but we do anyway. And as I'm searching, I finally find the bookshelf that I actually like. And we're going to get that one in there, move Blarfy around. And the baby's got a little iPad there so they can work on that. And if you didn't know, you can size that dollhouse down so it does not have to take up the entire room. So with that, that should finish off that room. And as I reach the parents' room, I realized some very sad things. The first thing is that there are no curtains that I can use to piece around this window. Everything pokes out, so there is no workaround here. I tried lots of different colors and sizes and styles, and anything that I thought might work, nothing worked. I also realized how high those windows were and tried it again, still failing miserably. So I finally just said, you know what, Mom and Dad, sorry, you're just going to have a very open space. People can look in your window. At least your window is facing the ocean, so you're good. You're very good. The last few things that I add in here is just a mirror and some little plant decor for the wall. And you can see our funds are depleting very quickly. I do want to get a few rugs in here to make things feel a little bit warmer, a little more interesting. And we're going to finish off with a little bit of terrain paint. Alrighty folks, let's head on inside our little tiny house here and let's see what we can show it off a little bit. So I have my little sample sim family here, and you come in through this absolutely adorable little walkway here, in through the front door. And I am not doing a very good job of this morning. So you come in and you've got this lovely little foyer here, and you have a nice little kitchen. I didn't bother putting any curtains up because, quite frankly, I want the view. That's what I want. I mean, just look at this view. Look, all of that beautiful water sitting out there. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if we come over here, we also have our lovely little living room. It is very small, but quite frankly, we don't really need a whole lot of space. We're a small little family. And then we have our little primary bathroom, actually our only bathroom. Little basic there. We've got a parent's room. Right now I've got 2 kids sleeping in it, just to test it out. No window, no curtains on the window or anything like that. I did test out this room as well. It works beautifully. This is the child room or teen room. And then we've got the toddler space here. So yeah, lots of good family space. And as we come out here, just so you see, there is, we got lots of terrain paint floating around. I did use one of the new mailboxes. I love the new mailboxes. They seem a little more in keeping with, to me, what the world probably has. The other thing that we have here, ooh, I just saw something that I didn't like. I didn't do that one. We gotta fix that. Oop. Make sure I got all those covered properly. All right. And then coming over here, most of this landscaping is debug landscaping. So you can't just copy it. Sorry, folks. It just doesn't work that way. And if you come around back here, you'll see that we also have our outdoor bin is living out here, right there. And we've got a little path that kind of leads down to the little beach over here. I don't know if your Sims can actually get over there, but there's also a little bit of beach over here too. So lots of lovely, lots and lots of lovely. And that is it, folks. So I hope you've enjoyed today's Tiny Tuesday build, and we will catch back up with you next time. Bye.